Okay, we'll give it one more minute here, see if anyone joins, and then we will get started.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, morning.
Morning.
We'll give it just one more minute, see if anyone else joins, but we're on a 40-20 day here, so push-ups, rows, deadlift, and wall sit. Grab anything you might need. Okay, let's get started. So up first, we've got push-ups. I'll get everyone to start with just a jog on the spot. Get warmed up. So just remember, push-ups can be done from an incline, right? If you have something to set up against, lowering yourself down, pushing yourself back up. My couch slides very easily, so that doesn't work super great there. So make sure to get something that's stable, whether that is a countertop, a chair, right? Chair pushing into the wall, whatever that is, if you need to go from that incline. You can also do it from a wall. The higher up my hands are, the easier it's gonna be. The lower down my hands are, the harder it's gonna be. So lowering myself down, pushing through. You won't quite get the same range of motion, but you should be able to still get a good little push. If that's too easy, right, I can bring it down to the ground, either to my knees or to my toes. If I'm doing it from the knees though, making sure I'm not on all fours like this, right? I wanna walk it forward so my hips are through, lowering myself down and pushing up. Lower down and pushing up. Same thing if I'm on my toes. I wanna make sure my elbows are coming back, right? So whether my arms are wider apart, elbows are still coming back, or whether they're narrow versus flaring out. Okay, if at some point you can't maintain a good one, drop down to the next thing. So if you're on your toes, drop down to your knees. If you're on your knees already, you can also just hold a plank. Okay, let's get some arm circles going next. Exercise number 2 is a row. So we've done a push, now we're gonna do a pull. So doorway is still an option, right? If you don't have any bands or weights at home, straddling that doorway, letting yourself lean back, but still squeezing the shoulder blades together, right? A row should be upper back more than it should be your arms that's doing the work. If you've got a band, you can either do it standing, right? So stepping on the band, making sure that back is set up, or shoulders are set up, back and down, making sure that upper back is nice and tight, and then getting into that good hinge. I don't want to be hyperextended here with the chest out looking forward or rounded down, right? You want a nice straight back at quite a bit of a lean, pulling in. Same thing with the weight, right? If I'm going with both arms, let's get some torso twists going next. If I'm going with both arms with the weight, I'm in that same position as with the band. If I'm going single arm, opposite foot is forward from the arm I'm rowing. If you're tired of that bent over position and you're using a band, you can also do it seated. So then I'm just gonna loop that band around the feet, right? Shoulders are back. And again, just pulling in. Same motion, same muscles, but just not in that hinge position. Okay, let's get some hamstring stretches next. So I'm gonna step forward, push my hip back and reach, bring it back. Go for about 8 on one side, then step forward, push back, reach. So I should feel that stretch in the front leg hamstring. Exercise number 3 is a deadlift. So if I'm using a band, I set up exactly the same as I would for the row, right? Stepping on that band, shoulders are up, back and down. I'm gonna stand up, push my hips back, and I'm squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings to pull me through, right? Deadlift should be mostly glutes and hamstrings. Your upper back is engaged as well, but really focusing on that slow, controlled squeeze through using your lower body to pull you through. Okay, again, whether I'm using a band or a weight, that's the same thing. I've got a kettlebell or a dumbbell that I'm holding, shoulders are back, hips go back, squeeze to come forward. My feet here are just about hip width apart. They don't need to be super wide like a squat. Right, hips go back, chest comes forward, and then controlling back up. Okay, let's get some bodyweight squats going next. Let's go for about 10 to 12 there. Dropping down to that bodyweight squat. Last exercise is a wall sit. So if you've got something to lean against, right, just lowering yourself down to about a 90-degree bend in the knees. Try not to lean forward, right? Keep the back against the wall, keep the core engaged, pushing your lower back in, not letting it round out. If you don't have a good wall surface close by, you can also just hold a squat hold, right? Or you can just do body weight squats. If the hold position isn't great for you, you can also just actually move through those squats. Okay, let's finish off with 15 jumping jacks. I'll get the timer going and we will get started. So it's 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest, twice at each station before rotating, and then we go 2 rounds through, okay? 10 seconds here, starting with push-ups. So getting set up, shoulders are back here, right? I've got that nice straight line from my toes to my knees, and let's go. So lower yourself down and push through. Okay, think about that big breath at the top, lower yourself down, try and control it. Exhale as you push up. Core is engaged, glutes are squeezed as you're pushing up. That's going to help you maintain that straight line and not have your shoulders heave up way before your hips, right? You want everything to come up nice and straight and together, whether you're on your knees or your toes. 10 more seconds. Right, so remember, if you start on your toes, you don't have to stay on them. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, round 2 of push-ups. Yeah, just a reminder, if you start on your toes, you don't have to stay on your toes. You want to try to maintain getting as low down as you can. So if you start to shorten up your range of motion, then I would recommend switching. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Round 2 of push-ups. Okay, if your shoulders are riding up, bring your arms up, pull down, exhale as you push up, right? That will help you set the shoulders back, keep you from doing this. Good job. "15 seconds, and then we're on to those rows. 3, 2, 1, and good. Okay, so rows, whether you're in a bent over position or pulling the band from your toes from a seated position, just making sure shoulders are up, back, and down. Exhaling as I pull in, squeezing the shoulder blades together, right? Upper back, squeeze that together. 2, 1, and let's go. So opposite foot is forward if you're going single arm. Then you're going one arm, and we'll switch to the next arm in the next 40 seconds here. Nice job. "15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let's rest. Okay, round number 2, same thing. If that was feeling a little easy, slowing down your reps, right? Thinking 1, 2, squeeze for a second, 1, 2, back down, squeeze, right? That'll help make them a little harder. 2, 1, and let's go. On the band, you can also grab lower down if you need to. Just a reminder, if your shoulders start to fall forward, stand up all the way, take that second to reset the upper back, and then get back into the reps. right? That quality of that set position will help make it feel better, right? Versus not taking the time to do it. 10 seconds. You got it. A few more. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, I forgot to mention, if you don't have any bands or weights at home, the heel touch squat is an option here. So one foot is forward a little bit, hips go back, reach down for that heel squeeze, still really focusing on that squeeze to the hamstring and glutes. I don't want to just go through the motions, right? I'm not going to feel anything in the hamstring and glutes there, but focusing on that squeeze to pull me back through. And let's go, deadlifts. Slow controlled motions here will feel harder if you're not feeling like this is effective with a lighter weight at home, right? Focus on that mind muscle connection. This is what we want to use. Squeeze to come back up, right? You should be squeezing so hard that it's hard to talk. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So if you were doing a heel touch squat there at home, just body weight, then just opposite foot comes forward this time. For everyone else, the deadlift with a band or weight stays exactly the same. Three, 2, 1, and let's go. Round number 2 of deadlifts. Nice job, everyone. Don't forget to breathe, right? Big breath into the top. Lower yourself down. Exhale on the way up. Keeping that tight squeeze through. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and good. Okay, wall sit is next. Finishing off the first and second round here, right? If you're not wall sitting, you can hold the squat hold, keep the core braced though, core nice and tight, or just squats. 5 seconds. Getting set up against that wall. And let's go. Same thing, try and lower yourself down to a full 90-degree angle in the knees. If you can't, if you need to come up just a little bit, that's fine. Keep the back against the wall though. Right? Try and just breathe through it, maintaining that good depth. "15 seconds, you got it. Two, 1, and rest. Okay, one more wall sit before we head back to the start of the circuit. "5 seconds. And let's go. So back into that seated position. If you've got a partner, this is usually a little bit easier. You can chat a little bit, take your mind off of the fact that your legs might be burning. If you need to stand up here on the second round for just a second or two, that's fine, but try and get right back into it, right? Take that split second break and then back in, right? If you're doing squats or a squat hold, you can also just start squatting, actually going through the movement. Almost there, 5 seconds. And good. Okay, we'll take about 30 seconds instead of 20 here, just between the the second round and the third round. Grab something to drink if you need it, and then we will get right back to the push-ups. Okay, 10 seconds here. Back into that push-up ready position. So as I mentioned, if you need to, bring your arms up, pull your shoulders down while you're lying on the floor, and then push up on that for your first rep if you need to set your shoulders a bit better. And let's go. right? That first rep, just going, pull down, get those shoulders in a better set position for you to be able to push through, okay? It's okay, again, to reset like that halfway through if you find that your shoulders start to shrug up towards your ears or your chin. "15 seconds, same thing. If you're on your toes and you need to switch down to your knees, that's fine. If you're on your knees and you want to just hold the plank for a little bit, you can do that as well, right? If you're not able to get a good range of motion. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Last set of push-ups coming up. Three, 2, 1, and let's go. So shoulders are back. Exhaling as I push up, keeping the core tight, glutes squeezed, right? Big breath at the top, lower yourself down, exhale as you push through. Those look really good, everyone. Hang in there. 10 more seconds, just a few more reps. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, rows are next. So right, your opposite foot is forward. If you're going single arm here, right, but making sure back is still straight, we can do the seated version with the band. There, I can either have the band doubled up or I can have a single strand and just adjust my tension. Okay, 2, 1, and let's go. So still exhaling as I pull in, right? Squeezing the shoulder blades together, not just pulling in with my arms. Okay, if you need to reset during that bent over position, right? If you start to kind of fall forward or have that shoulder sag, just stand up, pull them back, get back into your hinge, exhale as you're pulling up. Nice work. Five seconds, just 1 or 2 more. And rest. Okay, last set of rows coming up. Three, 2, 1, and let's go. Just that reminder again, slow down the reps if it's feeling a little too easy. If the band, if you're looped it around your feet and you need it harder, you can also widen your stance, right? So loosen up on that band, bring your feet wider out. That will make that band a bit tighter. 15 seconds here, and then we're on to deadlifts. 3, 2, 1, and let's rest. Okay, with your deadlift, same thing. If that band was a little too much tension, right? If it was doubled up, I can also go single and then just adjust where on the band I grab, right? Grab a little lower if I need to then, standing through, or I can keep it doubled up, whichever one works. 2, 1, and let's go. So into that hinge position, hips go back, squeeze to come forward. Right, slow them down if you need to. Really focus on that hamstring and glute squeeze. "15 seconds, you got it. 5, and rest. Okay, awesome work. One more set of nope. Yes, one more set of deadlifts. I gotta look at my clock here, figure out where I'm at. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So hips go back, Upper back is engaged, right? Even though it's mostly lower body that's doing the work, you want to make sure shoulders are back, chest is out, right? Lower yourself down, exhale as you pull through. Lower yourself down, exhale as you pull through. Keep that core tight, upper back engaged, but really, really focusing in on that hamstring and glute squeeze. Ten seconds, and then we're back to the wall sit. You got it, everyone. And rest. Okay, 2 more wall sits, and then we're on to our finisher, which I switched up for today. Give you something different. Three, 2, 1, and let's go. So back into that wall sit, just hanging out there, right? Or squat hold or squatting. Okay, whether that's body weight or weights, whatever you've got access to. Again, still keep the core engaged. Think about pushing that lower back into the ground versus letting it kind of heave in like this, right? You want to keep it straight. And then try not to lean forward and push on your legs. Try and keep the back fully against the wall. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and good. Okay, 1 more of those. Same thing, if on round 2 you need to stand up a little bit, that's fine, but try and make it as short as possible. And let's go. Did I do one thing 3 times? And let's go. Yeah, you're going already. You got 30 seconds left. Good job, everyone. 10 seconds. Try and keep holding. Keep that core tight, especially in that squat hold position. 2, 2, 1, and that's it. Awesome job. Okay, take about 30 seconds here. And we will get into a finisher. Okay, we're gonna do a core finisher today. Figured we'd switch it up today, give you something a little bit different. So 4 exercises. You're gonna go 30 seconds on, very short rest, about 10 seconds in between. So just increasing that work time a little bit from a Tabata time, but keeping the rest short. And then we're gonna go 2 rounds through. So standing crunches is the first one. Really focus on bringing that shoulder, right? I'm coming forward into a crunch. I'm not just bringing the elbow to the knee. I'm not just marching, right? I want to crunch across, exhaling as I'm moving. Okay, exercise number 2 is a side bend. If you've got weights or bands, okay, so dumbbell or kettlebell in one hand, right? Then I'm gonna lean away from the weight or the tension, lean away. If I've got a band that works, right? I like to double it up, and as long as that works for you, so I'm actually just gonna cross it over, make it into a nice loop, step on that band, and now again, I wanna lean away from the band, right? I'm gonna pull against that tension to work the obliques here. Okay, we're gonna hit 2 rounds. So on one round, start with your one side, on the other round, you're gonna hit the other side. Exercise number 3 is either sit-ups or 90-90 crunches. Okay, so sit-ups can be looping your feet under something. It can be straight leg, bent knee. Whatever I'm doing though, I'm exhaling as I come up into a nice tall position, not finishing off hunched, right? In the sit-up, I wanna finish up nice and tall. Exhale as you come up. If you can't do those or don't have access to looping your feet under something, 90-90 crunch. Hold 1, 2, hold 1, 2. Right, that hold, it's a short range of motion. Just make sure you get that muscle contraction. And then your last exercise is a leg raise. So legs come up, right? Just remembering I can bend the knees a little bit if I need to, or I can go single leg if I need to. Okay, those 4 exercises, we're gonna go 2 rounds through. So side bends, you'll only hit each side once. 30 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. 10 seconds, and we're starting with those standing crunches. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So really focus on exhaling, coming to that crunch, right? Keeping that core engaged. Again, a little bit slower, focusing on pulling through the belly button will make this harder than super fast. Exhale as you come through. 5 seconds. And rest. Actually, do you know what? Let's just go back to back here so that your side bends, you remember what side you're doing. So we're going to do twice on the standing crunches here. 2, 1, and let's go. So same thing, really focusing in. Woof, and balance, right? Focusing in on that crunch. Bring that shoulder forward towards that knee into a bit of a rotation. Ten seconds, you got it. Don't forget, you want to exhale on every movement. And rest. Okay, so now side bend. So either looping that band together if you need to, or with the band, you can also just hold it nice and firm in your hand. A weight on either side, and let's go. So I'm leaning away from the weight, crunching here, coming back. Crunching, really focusing on this oblique to do the work. Especially with that band, I want to pull the band higher, right? Lowering down isn't going to do any good with the band, right? I want to pull higher. Get that nice exhale going. Right? You always want to exhale on the harder part of the movement. 2, 1, and rest. So now switching it over to the other side and leaning the other way. Right? So if my weight's in this hand now, I'm going to lean this way. 2, 1, and let's go. So same thing. Getting into that nice, good lean. I should really hold the weight and even out my sides, but same thing here, a little bit of control. Really focus on not just moving back and forth, but using your oblique to pull and crunch. Okay, 5 seconds. And rest. Down to the ground for sit-ups or 90-90 crunches. Right? If your sit-ups are starting to slow down, you're resting along in between, I'd recommend just switching to the 90-90 crunches. And let's go. It's coming down. Exhaling as you come up. Again, either bent leg, straight knee, whatever works for you. Coming all the way down will be harder than just doing this. Right? You have to get that starting motion again. 10 seconds here. Don't forget you're exhaling as you come up. And rest. Yeah, so if you were doing sit-ups there, you can definitely go sit-ups on round 2. If your sit-ups slow down a lot, I'd recommend switching to the 90-90 crunches. And let's go. So 90-90 crunches, knees are up. Try not to let the knees track too far out or in. Right? Exhale. Down. Shoulders are coming up, not just pulling on the neck. Ten seconds. You got it. Keep breathing through. And rest. So we got leg raises next. If leg raises are super easy, right, the other option would be bring the shoulders up and go into some flutter kicks, right? That'll be a little bit harder, and let's go, right? But if not, leg raises are coming up, control it on the way down, making sure if you're doing flutter kicks though, you want to keep the belly button pulled in. You don't want to push out against it, right? You want to pull it in and then try and maintain that nice steady breathing. If your lower back starts to feel it, I would switch to leg raises. 5 seconds. If you're doing leg raises, you can also switch to single leg. And rest. Right? Because this should be core. If lower back is feeling it, then that means our core is starting to disengage and we want to adjust to make sure it's working. And let's go. Last round. Last 30 seconds here. You got it, everyone. Just try and breathe through it. 10 seconds to go. And done. Okay, awesome job. Take about 30 seconds here, grab something to drink, and we will stretch. Okay, let's stretch out those arms really good. We had push-ups and rows. So let's bring that one arm up. I'm gonna gently pull it across. So my right hand, I'm pulling across to my the left side. You can do this one seated or standing, Jewel. It's fine. Nice, deep, relaxing breaths here. We don't wanna hold tense, we wanna relax. Lower it down, other arm comes up. Again, I'm pulling across the opposite, my hand should be over to the opposite side of my body. Good, let's stretch out those triceps. So if you have a band or a cloth or anything nearby, let's do this one. I'm gonna bring my one hand behind, right? I can reach my fingers on the one side, but I can't on the other. Okay, if this one isn't effective for you, right, you can use that band or a piece of cloth, hand towel, whatever you got. If not, you can also do the other one, right? You can still also do this one, whatever is most effective for you. Just figured I'd switch it up today, something a little bit different. Good, let's switch it over. So opposite hand comes above. Nice, deep, relaxing breaths here. And good. Okay, let's come down to the ground next and stretch out those quads. So I can either do this one lying on my side, pulling that one foot back, sitting up, bring that one foot behind, right? Whatever way I want to focus on pushing, squeezing my glute, pushing my hip through, especially on the side that I'm in. You can also do this one standing. Keep going there on the one side. I'm just gonna lower my screen. Right, so just bringing that one foot behind. And good. I know I wasn't stretching that whole time, but I'm hoping you were. Bring the other foot behind, switch it over. Awesome. Okay, if you got a band or a piece of cloth already there, right from the tricep stretch, we're gonna use that. It doesn't have to be a thick band. The tension of the band or piece of cloth does not matter here. I'm gonna loop my one foot around that band. I'm gonna lie back, and now I can adjust where I feel this very easily. So the straighter my leg, the more I'm gonna feel it higher up, closer to the knee. The more bend and pull back, the more I'm gonna feel it closer to the glute. So you get to really target the position here to see where you're tight and where you want to spend a little bit more time stretching. Okay, so you can adjust that leg position. You could spend a few minutes in this position, right, on each leg, just kind of targeting different areas of the hamstring and glute. Good, let's switch it over, other side. So if you haven't already heard, whether you're on the call live here or on the replay, right, live or outdoor workouts have started, or they're starting today at 9:30. Make sure you book in the app if you're planning to join an outdoor workout. because we do have a capacity limit for those. And more will come, right? As the class times start to waitlist and fill up, we will add more. And as the weather warms up, we will add some early morning ones as well. We just figured it was probably a little cold right now for those early morning. Okay, go ahead and come out of that one. We're gonna finish off with one more good stretch here. I'm going to bring my arms out like the T. I'm gonna bring my right knee up to a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna grab it with my left hand. I'm gonna exhale as I reach it across. Okay, so as I relax here, my right shoulder should stay on the ground. My knee might not come all the way over, but as I inhale and exhale, letting my body relax, that knee can fall further and further over. Keep your hand in contact with your knee. Try and keep your knee up high. You're gonna get a little bit more of a stretch through the glute here as well with that, versus letting that leg start to straighten out and extend. Good, bring it back over. Switch over to the other side. So left knee comes up, grab it with my right hand, let it reach over. If you are planning to join outdoor workouts and you have equipment at home, whether you borrowed it or it's your own bands, that type of thing, we'd recommend for now that you bring it with, because we have loaned out a lot of our equipment. So just to make sure you can still get an effective workout, we would recommend that you bring with some bands and anything that you borrowed from the gym. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully everyone has a great rest of their week. We're almost at the weekend already. Not that that necessarily.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.